Welcome, and thank you for joining Between Sessions with Justin and Chaley.
Just a quick disclaimer before we start. This podcast is for educational and conversational purposes only. It's not intended to replace therapy, counseling, or professional mental health care. We are sharing lived experiences and reflections, not prescriptions, and we encourage our listeners to seek professional guidance when needed.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for joining this week. We have a fun episode this week.
Yay!
We are going to be talking about mental health myths about summer, myths and facts. And today I get to put Chaley on the spot a bit, and she gets to answer some of the myths or facts about mental health and how it changes or how it shows up in the summer.
All right.
All right. Coming in strong. Myth 1, sunshine cures depression.
Okay, so I'm going to go with myth.
Okay.
Cures is a very strong word, but sometimes it is very beneficial to get out in the sunshine. It can help lift your mood, but I also feel like mood and depression are two different things,
Yeah.
right? So if you're just in a grumpy mood, I really think sunshine can cure that. Like sunshine can cure a grumpy mood. Clinical depression? We're going to need something a little stronger than some sunshine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like the entire state of Florida wouldn't even need therapists. It would
No.
just be rainbows and sunshine all the time.
Right. I mean, sitting on a beach, you can still be dealing with depression.
Yeah. But I mean, if anyone wants me to test that theory, I would be happy to go live on a beach for a month.
Love that.
Not really. I hate the beach.
The opposite side of that is that gloomy weather can definitely impact mood, but it may not necessarily increase your depression either. It might just more so impact the mood. So more surface level rather than it being the actual diagnosis of depression or those really heavy symptoms that we're experiencing, because that still might be underlying.
Mhm.
Still might be there. So it can definitely improve mood. It can help regulate sleep too, because it helps us produce the right chemicals at the right times.
Mhm.
And it increases vitamin D. Everybody always says that, but it's not a treatment.
Sorry.
It would be wonderful if it was.
Right?
Myth 2, vacation fixes burnout.
Ooh, okay. So I feel like generally speaking, that's going to be a myth because I have had jobs where I have gone on vacation knowing that nobody is taking over for me and everything is like piling up.
Okay.
So that whole week of vacation, I am dreading going back to work. And I spend the whole vacation trying to think of ways that I'm going to survive like the time that I get back. Like it's been, I mean, I've had jobs where I could not take vacation and they're like, you have vacation time. Yeah, but I don't have anybody to cover for me. Like when I was a case manager, nobody's covering for me when I'm off for a week. So all of that work that I didn't get done that week, it just gets piled on the next week, which I think increases burnout.
Yeah. It almost feels probably pointless to take that vacation. It feels like it's going to be more work when you're already struggling.
Yeah. On the flip side, if you can totally disconnect from your job for a week and know that everything is being handled, you're not going to come back to crazy crisis, then it can definitely help with burnout.
Yeah.
Because every August, I take a week off to go to camp and I feel so refreshed. And this is the first job where I've felt that way, where I went to Disney and I came back and I was like, I feel like a new woman. And it wasn't like, God, what am I walking into on Monday? It's like, nope, I'm just going to get back into the swing of things. But now I have new Disney ears. So generally speaking, a myth, but it can be true. Depends on the job.
Yeah. What a great point. And being able to share the different perspectives is how it might show up. So thinking about that, a couple of the points, it does not improve workload. So it doesn't help you recover from an impossible workload, poor boundaries, chronic stress, or toxic workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all still going to be there. What is going to help that is going to be actual changes, boundaries, saying no, and participating in real life self-care, not just what we think self-care looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Myth 3, more free time means less stress.
Well, that's a myth. It should, but
Why doesn't it?
because I do not do well with free time. I always feel like I need to be productive.
Mm.
And sometimes when you have too much free time, it can be more stressful because you're trying to figure out like how to fill it. So, yeah.
And I think about kind of relating this to like summer vacation, that can be so many more variables. That could be trying to deal with childcare. That could be figuring out different family vacations or trips or reunions. I don't know, whatever, because there's so many different things that go on in summer. It can feel as though there's a lot more free time, but then we're jam packed every minute. So it can be really confusing. That's
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I totally get what you're saying. Like, it's summer break, the kids are out of school, we have way more time to do stuff as a family. But wait,
Yeah.
everything's happening. We have I mean, we have birthday parties all year, but like,
Or weddings.
oh my gosh, we have weddings, we have different parties, we have reunions, we have different like summery activities like the water park, and we got to do all this. And it's just like, yeah, it feels like everything is like jam packed into 2 months of summer. So sometimes it's definitely a little over. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like a break.
Right, like, it can honestly, like, increase anxiety, it can disrupt our sleep patterns, which then impact our following day. It'd be harder to get back into that routine or if we have responsibilities. Also, boredom or isolation, we're not seeing people as often, especially kids, more so like kids or thinking even about, like, teachers or people who work in schools, like, that's such a structure for 8 months out of the year, 10 months out of the year, whatever that is, and then completely changing that in an instant can be really challenging to try and navigate.
I don't think you're ever going to find a teacher that says summer break is challenging.
No, no.
Also, I always thought that, like, wow, teachers have it so good because they get 2 months off of work. But then after working in a school, I'm like, A, you need 2 months off to recover. Especially like my son's teacher, like, girl, I'd give you like a year off. Like, you need 2 months off after dealing with that. But also, they don't have that time off because they have to come back in
Right.
September ready to go. So they're lesson planning, they're doing different things. Like, it's not as amazing and free as you
Right.
would think. So,
Right, like, all the prep that they don't have time to do throughout the year, it's just crammed into
yes,
2 months.
exactly. Oh my gosh. So much respect for teachers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you guys do it. You're amazing.
So, myth number 4, kids don't need routines during summer.
My goodness. Myth.
Okay.
My God.
Which is deceiving. It seems like it'd be like, "Wow, you get a break." Why?
So, my husband and I actually had to sit down with our son last night and have this conversation
Okay.
because he said, I get it. You're not in school. You don't have to necessarily wake up at a certain time, but like you do because we still have to go to work. So, and what prompted this was at 3 o'clock in the morning, we got woken up by a YouTube video on the TV of, I don't know, I hate these YouTubers. I'm sorry. I'm just like the ones that play the game and you watch the game. It's so interesting, but some of their voices, they just yell at stuff. Like, you're popping balloons. Like, you don't need to scream. We woke up to screaming at 3 a.m. And like my husband has to get up at 4:30 to get to work. So he
Oh.
was not a happy camper. So we actually just, and my son, for the first couple weeks of summer, is complaining that he has headaches, that his neck hurts. So I'm like, okay, we're done with the free for all. You have had 2 weeks of free for all where he's like falling asleep in the living room with a tablet under his face. Like, so nope, we sat down last night as a family and we said, like, you don't have to have your school bedtime, but we're going to have all electronics off by 11, which is still really late because I like to be in bed by like 9. But so we did that, and so that's good. We're making progress.
Okay.
But also, like, we still usually have to get up in the morning. Like, we still usually have stuff to do when he's with me. Like, he's with me every other Wednesday. I still have to get up and go to work. His butt just comes with me. So, like, nope, we still got to get up and get dressed. And yeah, so we still have to keep that schedule. Plus, it is so much harder to get them ready for school. Like, if you wait, like, one year I just, it was a free for all and I waited. And then, like, the last 2 weeks of August, I was like, we're getting back on a schedule.
Miserable.
It was awful.
Even including in that expectations. So kind of thinking about that free for all, it's really important to keep those expectations similar and the boundaries similar throughout the summer vacation because like kids really do thrive in consistency. Maybe it doesn't have to be every second crammed with plans or a super structured schedule, but so like having some flexibility, but some structure can be really beneficial. And I don't think any kid would admit that, but they genuinely do better having some structure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I limit tablet time.
Screen time,
Screen time.
huge.
Yeah, it's summer, bro. Like it is so nice out. We have a huge yard. Like go out and play with the dogs, play fetch, go climb a tree. He does. He loves climbing the tree. So, but sometimes I have to remind him like, "Hey, you've been on the tablet for a while now. Let's
Mhm.
put it down and, give our brains, eyeballs a break.
Yeah, it's
Go out,
consuming.
get back into nature. Go cure your depression with the sunshine."
So, children often feel safer when they do know what's coming next, when there is some level of understanding and expectation of what they're expected to do, but also what's coming next.
Mhm.
So I think that answered that super well. And it might feel wrong or controlling to have that structure, but it really does, A, in the long run is helpful, but even in the time being, it helps them feel so much more safe.
Especially any type of, like, neurodivergent kids, like HD, autism, like, summers can be really, really hard because they're out of that structured
Hmm.
routine, and, I mean, like, my son doesn't like going to school, but he likes the structure behind it for the most part, like, no, it's Monday to Friday, he's up at this time, he goes to school at this time, he's home at this time, like, that structure really is very good for those, like, neurodivergent brains.
Yeah. And it leaves less room for the anxious thoughts and those racing thoughts to come in and overtake. And then also, many times, and I'm sure teachers will say this as well, but I've heard parents say like kids many times will regress throughout the summer and lose even what they gained from the previous year. And then it's that much more work getting them back into the school year.
Mhm. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, I should make a schedule. Like, I have, like, computer skills. I should, like, type up our, like, weekly schedule. That would probably my son would love that because every
Yeah.
night we sit down and I'm like, "All right, here's what we're doing tomorrow," but I think I'm gonna, like, type something up.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I love that. All right. Coming in with myth number 5. Everyone is happier in summer.
I love the, like, definites, like, everyone, always, like, that is a myth. Summer can actually be a really challenging time for people. It can be very stressful. Like, as a parent, like, school's out, what the heck am I doing with this kid? Like, I still have to work. So summer can be very stressful. And also just like we talked about earlier, is just there's so much going on. It can be very stressful.
Another angle is that it can be really challenging when we're feeling like comparison or we're feeling left out.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out might show up, especially with having social media.
Yeah.
We're seeing everybody doing all the fun things, going to the weddings, going on trips, out doing everything, and it can almost amplify what we're feeling if we're already feeling some isolation or if we're dealing with financial struggles or anything that might be weighing on us, it can amplify that so much more.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I'm really trying to focus on, like, having an enjoyable summer at home. Like, I have my garden going, and
how is that going?
oh my god, it's going so good. My peas are not going good. They turned brown, and I don't know what happened. I Google image searched, and Google said that they're either overwatered or not watered enough. I don't even know. I was just like, "Cool." But, like, my tomatoes, I have 4 different tomato plants by there. I tried, and it's awesome. And I'm getting my son involved because I'll be like, "Hey, I am, like, super busy right now. Can you go outside and water the garden for me?" And so, like, he just loves it because he's 8 and he loves to
Yeah.
play with the hose.
Okay.
So, he's just like, "Meh," but
He probably
getting
comes
him
in wetter than the plants.
sometimes, or I get a car wash when I don't need one. But I'm hoping that this will get him excited where it's like, "Ooh, can you go pick the tomatoes? Like, do you wanna try? Please, for the love of God, eat a vegetable." But yeah. So I'm
It's so
hoping.
rewarding.
Mhm.
Okay. So many people are already experiencing loneliness, grieving, working. I mean, they're still there and sometimes even amplified over the summer.
Yeah, we still have to go to work.
So this kind of relates to one of the other episodes, but like feeling like everybody else is having the perfect summer,
Yeah.
and then here we're not.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
making our own definition of our wonderful summer.
Yeah.
We got two left. So quick one. So myth number 6, a social media detox will solve your mental health problems.
I don't think it'll solve, because again, that's such a definite, like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna solve, but it might help. It depends. Depends if, like, your stress and anxiety is stemming from social media use.
Mhm.
Because if that's the case, then yeah. Like, if I did a detox from social media, it probably wouldn't do anything because I don't stress about, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I'm not like frantically scrolling TikTok for the news and comparing myself to
Right.
the sexy model. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm looking up crocheting patterns. So, like, I don't, it would almost negatively impact me because then I'd be like, how do I make this?
Right.
But it really depends what you use social media for. If you're being like a keyboard warrior and picking fights with randos on Facebook, then yeah, like you need a detox. But I don't think that's necessarily the cure all.
No. It can sometimes serve as a reflection of how much we are using it. That can be something that shows up. And then the big one that always comes up is like that comparison. It amplifies comparison and fear of missing out. So if that's something we're dealing with, which I know like I can relate to at times, that has been something that's shown up for me. And it took a lot to take that step back. But it was really beneficial and set those positive boundaries with it so then I could use it more effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Myth number 7. This is our last one.
Okay.
Self-care means treating yourself. What do you think self-care means?
Yeah. I think it means taking care of yourself. What does treating yourself mean?
See, that's where that one threw me off a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Self-care means taking care of yourself. But like treating yourself sounds like, oh, date at the spa or a shopping trip. But like, we don't need to be bougie to do self-care.
Right.
Like, you know what
That's
I mean?
where
Like, I have some Mr. Bubble at home. Like, I'll just
mhm.
throw some of that in the bathtub and light one of my Bath and Body Works candles. So it doesn't
So,
need to be bougie.
I think challenging what we think self-care looks like to, like, what reality of self-care is. So, it may not be going for a massage, going to the spa, shopping. It might be those things once in a while, but that can't be our only self-care.
Mm.
It might look like journaling, taking a nice bath, saying no, setting boundaries,
Going to therapy.
going to therapy,
That's
paying
my self-care.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, participating in those everyday or weekly routine things, that's our self care. The once in a while, nice being able to treat ourselves, super beneficial, but that can't be our only self care
Yes, exactly. If my husband's watching this, though, I do need a massage.
daily.
So, yeah, that is part of self-care. Sorry.
It also may look like asking for help and drinking our water. That's a
Oh my
huge
God,
one.
I thought
I
you were
tend
gonna
to
say
forget that.
drinking, and I was like, "No, no,
Not drinking,
that's not a really good self-care."
drinking water.
Yes, I just okay, I know we're talking about not, like, spending money, but I just treated myself, and I got an Owala, and I love it.
You're going to drink so much more,
Yeah.
at least for like 5 months.
I just have to not leave it at home because I left it at home today. I was gonna bring it and, like, put one of our stickers on it
Mhm.
here, but I left it at home. But, yes, drink your water. You will feel so much better. I love water.
What a difference that
Myth
makes.
number 8, water is a cure-all. It is. It
It
fixes everything. That's my go-to. This morning, my son was like, "I have a headache," and I'm like, "Here, drink
Water.
some water." Yeah.
Sleepy, water.
Mhm. Yeah.
I agree. Aches and pains, water. So the last is a rapid fire.
Oh,
No thinking, no,
explanation.
yeah, no explanation, just rapid fire.
Okay, so it's myth or true?
Yep.
Okay.
Ice cream fixes bad days.
True.
Camp is good for every kid.
False. Myth.
Introverts hate summer.
True. No, false. Myth.
Adults need summer break too.
Yes.
You should always say yes to invitations.
Ugh. No.
Love. Being busy means you're making memories.
No.
No. Everyone should unplug on vacation.
No.
Hmm.
You
Uh,
cannot go. I know you said no explanations, but you cannot go to Disney unplugged. Like, you gotta be in there scheduling flight delays.
you have to be productive during summer.
Myth.
Even though you might want to disagree, it is a myth, right? Missing out means you're wasting summer.
Ooh, myth.
And you can restart your routine anytime, not just in January.
True.
Very good.
Love that.
All right. So, thank you so much for all of the answers. Great job with the rapid fire as well. I know that one came at you quickly. Challenge for the listeners. If we have any opinions on myth or facts, of any of the ones that we covered, that'd be great. But so, last part, as we're wrapping up, we invite you to share what is your biggest mental health myth that you've heard or that we believe, and share it, and we will make sure that we respond to it on a following episode.
Ooh, I love that. Yes. Awesome.
Thank you guys for joining us this week.
Bye.